Good evening, everybody. Let's get started. Sit up. Come in. Take a walk. Raise your right hand and recite the tenets. Sujat, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit, and the oath. Kesok, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Bottom. Okay, before we get started, a couple of things about grading. So as you know, tonight is pre-grading where I'm taking a look. I've emailed everybody who might be eligible either for grading this time or at the end of the year, depending on how many sessions you've done. If anybody has not been emailed about it and would like to know about grading, then contact me directly and I'll have a look at how you're going. For those of you who are not yet ready for the grading in 2 weeks' time, we're in a position where the next grading is in week 9 and we're in week 3. So it's only one grading in 2 weeks and we've got another one like 5 weeks later. Does that add up? Something like that. Anyway, not far afterwards. Those of you who are visiting from Maraetai, I understand Mr. Gilpin's already taken a look at you and decided who he's going to put up for grading, which is very cool. That's his job. And everyone else, as I say, I'll be looking at today to see how you're going. So that means today's class is going to be a little bit of a combination of everything. Now, how grading is going to work in that time, if we're still in Zoom. So if we are allowed outside in the park, then the format may change a little bit. So if we're outside social distancing, then we can do a group as we normally do. It shouldn't be too much of a big deal. But if we're in Zoom in our classrooms like this, the way that it'll work is we'll have some grading on Tuesday at 6, some grading on Wednesday at 6, and some grading on Thursday at 6. And I'll basically split you by grade so that there'll be about between 8 and 10 people each night. And then I'll be able to work through everything, have a really good look. It's very important that you have a good setup. So some of you, the setup that you've got here isn't quite going to be suitable for grading. So make sure that your camera angle is correct so I can see your full body. I can get most of your movements in. If you do need to stop patterns and adjust and continue your pattern because your space is a bit small, that's fine. But it's no good if I'm looking at your ceiling, or it's no good if I'm only seeing you from the waist up. So do a little bit of homework so that I can see all of you. The weather is getting nice. You may want to go outside and do it outside. That'll be a good, clear way to see you. But I do need to be able to see all of you, not just a little piece of you. Power is very important. One of the things that comes across very clearly over Zoom is whether you've got any power. What doesn't come across as clearly is whether or not you're eye level or just a little bit below eye level. So the technical adjustments that we can sometimes make and give you credit for being really good technically, you might get a little bit more penalized for on a Zoom situation. So make sure you do not sacrifice power. Make sure your power is right up. Okay. I've already given you information about how the format of what you'll be doing in the grading, about how we're going to do step sparring, how we're going to do free sparring, how we're going to do self-defense. Make sure you've got a partner arranged for self-defense. The only thing we will not be examining is breaking. However, we will do a far more thorough, detailed piece of work around your theory. So make sure you know your theory. In the last 4 classes, we've been through self-defense theory in a bit of detail. I'll be testing you on that. So make sure you know that, as well as all of the technical stuff for your syllabus. So study your theory well. You should make sure that you're all over that stuff. It'll make a big difference in a digital and Zoom grading. Any questions? Okay, let's go. Rotating wrists. Change direction. Elbows. Change direction. Arms back. And the email that I sent through to you, children, of course, it's probably gone to your parents. because I don't have most of your individual email addresses. Change direction. I noted in the email whether you are going to be eligible for an international gut grading or for one of the juniors gradings. That's particularly for those of you who are under 13 years old. And torso. Left ankle. Change direction. Change foot. Change direction. Hands on knees. Down. And back. Down. Back. Down. Back. Circle your legs outwards. Inwards. Hips. Change direction. Now, the way a lot of tonight's class, at the start of tonight's class, is going to work is I will ask you, once we've done our warm-up, just to work through your patterns in your own time, and I'll call you forward a few at a time to take a look at how you're going. Okay, from here, right leg back for a guarding block, and from here, front snap kick left and right, just nice and gently to warm the legs up. Keep the hands controlled. But you're working through the motion of your guarding block. Lift your knee up, go through a good range to warm the legs up. Some of you are kicking them at low, bell tight at least. Now from walking ready stance, back piercing kick. Just kick right behind you. Just warming the legs up, left and right, kicking with the front leg behind you. Come on, Diogo, get moving. Make sure that kick is bell tight, look over your shoulder. Some of you are kicking down at your knee height. Straighten your leg out. Lift your foot up first, pierce back, not rising. Okay, now change to side piercing kick from your parallel stance, pivot, and then the other side. Watch the foot angles, pierce family, pivot your supporting foot, must pierce. If you're piercing out with that kick. And come on. Now just gently, one leg then the other. Front rising kick. Keep your hands up. And come on. Okay, now I'm going to put the camera on gallery so I can see everybody. Next part of your warm-up, I want you to choose fundamental movements, hand movements and stances for your grade and do left and right. When I say change, do a different fundamental movement for your grade. So have the next one ready in your mind. Left and right, left and right, left and right, keeping the body warm. One of that, if you're not sure off the top of your head what your fundamental movements for your hand movements are, take new movements from your pattern. So take new stances and hand movements from your pattern. Ready, first one. And go. Left and right, left and right.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
What fundamental, like we have a lot of fundamental movements. Which
Take
one?
fundamental movements from your grade or from your pattern. So as yellow belt, you've got things like twin forearm block, forearm rising block, all of those movements. So Alex, I want to see strong stances. I want to see that you're getting your crossing correct. Jack, make sure that other hand is coming back to your hip. Want to see good sine wave. Come on, Nate and Jess, get moving. Nate, if you're doing palm upward block, it has a circular motion. If you're doing reverse knife hand side block, it's shoulder height. Take your pick. Strong stances. Go on, make sure that other hand comes back to your hip. Looking good. Aiden, I'm seeing a lot of your ceiling, not so much of you. Come on, Isabel, keep moving. Okay, change to a new movement. So Nate and Jess, the reverse knife hand side block is shoulder height with your fingertips. The palm upward block stops at solar plexus height.
Sir,
Yes.
a knife hand inward strike. How does that look?
Knife hand inward strike is movement 2 of one yo.
Thank you.
Okay, Colin, with that one, the knife hand guarding block, just bend your front arm a little bit and have your fingers at shoulder height. So you're guarding, blocking your body with that front arm. So, Toby, looking good. Keep going, Isabel.
Sir,
Yes, Liam.
in the knife hand downward strike, does it cross on the inside or outside? Or
Crosses
does
on
it?
the outside. Good question. Crosses on the outside, but both hands facing away from you. Outside with both hands away from you. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. There we go. Your goal, longer stances, lock your back leg straight. I need to see strong, tidy stances to get you to green belt. Okay, change, do another fundamental movement, go.
Can we start doing kicks?
No, just fundamental, just your stances and hand movements for now, please. Alice, when you do that second side with the side punch, so remember in your side punch in one yo, you're in fixed stance. So it's just as long as a walking stance and your body weight's in the middle. For L stance, you've got a little bit more body weight on the back leg. Now, on the side where you've got your right leg at the back, which is the right stance, show me that. Yep, that one. Okay. So that's in fixed stance, so you should have body weight in the middle nice and long. But doing an L stance on that side, you've got a little bit too much weight on the back leg when you do an L stance. Okay, doing fixed stance, it needs to be a little bit longer and weight in the middle. Cool. Good work. Keep it up.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry. For outer forearm Weijing block, when I do the block like this, is my hands like here or here?
Now you're blocking with your outer forearm, so your palms are forward and your outer forearms are facing outwards.
Cool.
Marai's family, make sure that you're turning your hips and making a good, strong walking stance. Diogo, you look like a cross between a walking stance and an L stance. Mr. M just needs to be a little bit wider, a little bit. That's it. Lock that back leg. And come on. Okay, grab a quick drink. While you're doing that, just one quick note. It sounds like from the announcement, we might be allowed to do outdoor training from the middle of next week. I'll be looking to our National Association for guidelines And once I've found out those guidelines, then hopefully we'll be good to go. Okay, so but wait for the look at our website, look for a post on the website that will tell you about it. Once we get the detail, we can post it on the website, we'll be good and we'll be okay. But until it's posted on the website, we'll be in Zoom. So maybe just check each day on our website on our news page. If we are training outside, we'll probably train in Venner with Green. Okay, cool. Now, patterns, take your time, work through your patterns. I'll pull you out in groups by belt color and ask you to show me. In the meantime, just work through all of your patterns. Away you go. Okay. I'm going to start with our red belts and black stripes. Excuse me while I go through and get you on camera.
Oh, so
yes, sir.
start at our pattern and work down or work up?
Start at your pattern and work down, but I'm going to pull you guys out first. So I'll be with you in a moment telling you what I want.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
should I do Tege or should I do Jungen?
If you go through Tege, try and keep it in your mind from last night.
Okay.
Okay, red belts, ready. Let's have a look at Hwarang first up. Should be. Shi Chop. Come on, Baro. Good work. I'm just going to add myself so I can give you a little bit of feedback. Liam, just watch from your fixed stance, from your slide here, your heels don't come off the ground in the downward strike. Now, when your legs are bent and you change to a stance where your legs are straight, you get sine wave from your knee spring. So you don't come up onto the balls of your feet. The only time you come up onto the balls of your feet is when you start in a stance where your legs are straight and you remain in a stance where your legs are straight. So towards the end, of course, movements 26 and 27. The first one, you don't come up onto your heels because you've come from a stance where your legs are bent. And then the second one, because your legs are straight and they remain straight, I come up onto the balls of my feet for the second one. So that's the only time when it's from a stance with legs straight to a stance with legs straight. All four of you do take some time with somebody else that you're going to be practicing self-defense to practice that release in Hwarang. So from your punch, you're resisting against someone pulling on you, and then you twist out as you smash them with your side kick. It's the same way as we've been practicing, teaching our yellow belts to do this, the same side release, grab and twist out and pull. It's exactly the same motion from here. You're twisting out and boom, and you kick them in the ribs with your side kick. So if you slide in too far from here, if you come too far, one, they'll pull you over. It won't work. And two, you'll be too close to do your yop charging. So don't come in too far. You can measure it out when you work on it with a partner. The other thing to be careful of here is don't drop the shoulder. So don't turn your shoulders down this way when you do your release. Keep your shoulders open. Okay, just release and keep the shoulders open. That's probably enough for Huarang for now. Okay, red belts do Taige, and black stripes do Chung Mu. Beat. Shi Jok. Just watch that your forearms are vertical with Sanmaki there, Lockie.
So I think it was just the camera angle.
Okay.
I was keeping track of that.
Cool, Karen. Cam, that's a really nice camera angle because I can see that your fist is slightly further ahead of your toes. So maybe your stance needs to be a tiny bit longer. That's it. Nice. No, that's it. So don't go any further. Shorten a tiny bit. Yep, good. It's good. Leah, make sure your feet point straight ahead and your punch is center line. Your punch shouldn't be on the line with your shoulder. It should be in line with your nose. The two knuckles in line with your nose. Shoulder height, of course. Okay, Makai, for you, if you can see yourself on camera, look at how your fist lines up with your foot. Walking stance, four-fist middle punch, your fist should line up with your toes. So if it doesn't, then your stance is a little bit too short or your body facing is not right. At the moment, your fist is going out beyond your toes. Okay, so it's a really good way to measure the length of your walking stance. Make sure your length and width are about right. Looks too short there. Toes should line up with the front of your full fist. So if you were punching against the wall and your toes touch the wall, your fist should just touch the wall. If your toes just miss, your fist just misses. Or if your big toe touches, your fists will just miss. Come on, baro. Okay, good work, guys. Carry on practicing. Blue belts and red stripes are going to be up next. Oh, look at that close-up, Max. Keep practicing until I call you to get started. Blue belts and red stripes. Okay, if you're a blue belt or a red stripe and you're not visible on camera, please unmute yourself and let me know. Or type into chat or something, raise your hand or something. Okay. Oh, we'd have chat visible before I say that. Okay, blue belts, ready. We'll start with Junguntu. Everybody doing Jungun. Beat. Toby, your closed ready stance B shouldn't be down by your groin. It should be up by your tummy button. That's it. Sitting flat. That's it. Shi Jok. The kick should be tummy button height. Alice, Nate and Jess, I think you looked a bit low. Knife hand guarding block here, Jess. And then your elbow. Madeline looking good. Max, that bottom elbow should be against your body. That's it. Isabel, you've got a slight backward lean. Just straighten your torso up. Nate, stretch that top hand across over so that they line up, and you should be in fixed stance. So that's the same length as your walking stance. Body weight in the middle. So it's a long stance. Come on, baro. Just one thing for you, Madeline, your slow motion movements, make sure that everything finishes together. Your hands were finishing before your feet. So it's just a timing thing to practice. Okay, looking good. Red stripes, Tege. Blue belts, you got. Chuẩn 시작. What's that body facing the L stance, Max? Change hands, Max. Yep, now carry on. Low block first, Max. X fist pressing block, then the twin fist vertical punch. Isabel, get those hands nice and tall for your son, Maki. Shoulders back. That's it. Power's looking better, Isabel. Keep it up. A little bit more smash into it. Nate and Jess, you seem to have stopped.
Sorry, sir, we're a bit stuck.
What are you stuck on?
Can you show him? Just do what we're up to.
I don't know.
Madeline, just remember your eye level there. That's it.
Sir?
Yes, Max.
I forgot what this one's called, but I got stuck at this one. You jump.
X stance, X fist pressing lock.
Yes,
From here, move your right foot towards the rear and do your double walking stance, double forearm block.
So, could you repeat that, sorry?
Step your right foot away from me, walking stance, double forearm block.
So my right foot away from you.
Correct. And towards the windows, not towards the camera.
Towards the window.
And do your walking stance, double forearm block like you've got.
Okay.
And then turn and do the knife hand low guarding block.
With which leg do I move, sorry?
Move the left foot all the way around. Knife hand low guarding block. Knife hand low guarding block. Now the circular block. Arnav, remember it's eye level. Circular block next, Max.
Oh,
Nate
sorry.
and Jess, where are you up to? Did you get stuck? Oh, you look like you got. That's a back fist side back strike, a back fist side strike. Remember, guys, in the X stance, Nate and Jess. Now from here, pivot around and do your double forearm block and walking stance towards your back. That's it, Jess. Away from me. No, sorry, towards me. Towards me. My mistake. Okay. Come on, baro. Okay, just those last couple of movements, Nate and Jess. From here, remember it's here. And Max, from here, as we did, 1, 2, 2, circular block, step together, knife and guarding block, circular block, circular block, circular block, middle punch. Okay. Cool. We'll go back to you so I didn't confuse your direction. Okay. Cool, keep practicing now, guys. Now let's get them a green belts on and blue stripes. Nina. Just keep practicing until I tell you to get started, guys. I've just got to find you all.
So do I go down now in patterns?
Just keep practicing your patterns. Generally, practice the ones that you need to work on.
Okay.
Wow, we got a lot of green belts.
Wait, sir? What's
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
How audio keep cutting out?
That'll explain. You're a bit quiet as well.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we'll just do our best with it.
It cut out when you said.
It
Sorry.
cut out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have too many green belts to spotlight. That's okay. Green belts and blue. Everyone stop for a moment and squat down. I'm going to have to do green belts and blue stripes in 2 groups. So everyone squat down. Mr. Ritchie, squat down, please. If you've not got speakers, do not hear me. Stand up if you are a blue stripe. Blue stripes, stand up. I'll do blue stripes first. Okay. Just remain standing. Elijah, that's you. That's you. Okay. I'm just going through looking for people who are standing up. Okay, blue belts, blue stripes. If you thank you, everyone can continue. Blue stripes, if you're not on screen, let me know. Unmute and tell me. Okay, you got to be. You rock, Elijah. There we go. 시작. Elijah, just watch the angle of your back foot. Now remember that last block, everybody is eye level, so make sure you're eye level. Come on, baro. Other foot back, Elijah. Go back to the last movement. That's it. Left foot back to the middle, not the right foot back. Okay, one hurdle to beat. 시작. But you're crossing there, Mr. Ritchie. Get that kick out, Mr. Ritchie. Shoulder height. Come to the L stance at the end there, Nina. L stance at the end to open that back knee. That's better. Good work, guys. Come on, Baro. And return to practicing. Where you go. Good stuff. Now get the green belts up. Oh. Okay, if you're a green belt and you're not on camera, let me know. Unmute and let me know. Okay, ready. Dos Santo, to beat.
Sorry, sir, missing me here.
Who am I missing, please?
Daniel.
There you are, sir. Yep, awesome. Definitely need to see you as well. That's good. Okay. Dos Santo, to beat. She jump. You should pull right back to the hip there, Mr. M. Dos Anzac. Just unmute and ask if you've got a question, Zach. Don't waste the time here. Alice and Rose, Dosan. Now, where you go? Big, strong stances, Alice. Miss Pierce, wider stance. Miss Pierce, wider stances. Wider sitting stance. Big, big, big. Should be like a walking stance. Your horse needs far more food, young lady. It's the skinniest horse on the planet. It'll fall over. Wider, Miss Pierce. Wider, 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 wider. Now open your knees. Sit and open up your knees. Sitting stance has to look strong. Not little bitty. That's better. Much better. Look at the target, Mr. M. Just make sure both your feet are straight. Come on, Buttle. And 1 year 2. Beat. Can you ask me after that? I need to get you through 1 year.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No, ask me after the pattern. I just want to have a look at your pattern first. Are you getting mind blank? That happens sometimes. Okay, 1 year 2. Beat. Ready, Zach? There we go. She jump. One year. Alice and Rose, just lift that side kick up a little bit. Remember to lift your knee and pierce it out. Come on, battle. Shot. Okay, Zach, can you just unmute and ask now? I'll type it quickly into chat.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter.
Did you get a little bit mind blanked in Dosan?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that happens. That happens every now and again. So make sure you're practicing through your patterns, okay? Because I want to get you up for grading. So, so are you okay with Dosan normally?
Yeah, I just get a little bit confused between done gun and Dosan.
Ah, right. Just do some practice offline. Good work. Keep it up. Okay. Now I'm going to be looking at, yellow belts and green stripes. Oh, okay, I'm not doing a grading like this. It'll take ages. Okay, Toby. Aiden. Cohen. Alex. Where is the M family? There they are. Okay, if there's any yellow stripes or green, yellow belts or green stripes that aren't on screen, let me know. Dangonto, beat. Alex, remember you shouldn't be wearing a watch. Shijo. Watch your stances, Alex. Make sure you've got nice, strong walking stances. Aiden, I think you missed the move there. After low block, rising block, 3 rising blocks. So the last one's with your right hand, and then pivot around to do your strike. I'm not sure whether it was a camera flick and I missed it. I don't think so. I think you might have missed one. You took a step and turned correctly, but it didn't look like you blocked with it. At the end there, Alex, strike, punch, strike, punch. So go back to your left hand strike. No, change. Face me. Strike with your left hand. Now step forward, punch. Step forward and punch. I know you've got the bed in the way, but make sure you're stepping forward. That's it. And now battle. Left foot all the way around. Okay. Green stripes, Dosan. Yellow stripes, Chonji. Chuẩn 시작. Watch those foot angles, Diogo. Watch the foot angles in your walking stance. Chonji, Aiden. Watch your. Oh, that's good. Go for Chonji, Cohen. Pull right back to your hip, Diogo. Oh, stepping mistake there. Cross on top, Diogo, for your knife hand side strikes. Toby looking good. Aiden, make sure you punch your center line. Come on, battle. Shot. Okay, bit of feedback, guys. Where were we? Diogo, from here. Left foot comes in, out for wedging block. Middle front snap kick, 2 punches. Then the right foot goes the other way, wedging block. Kick, 2 punches. Then your rising block forward, forward, and then your knife hand side strike. So make sure you're getting your stepping right. That's essential. Alex, we'll need to see you in a bit more space. So maybe if you've got some space outside or something, it can be a little bit more so that I can see whether you got the stepping right in your pattern, give you some room to do some good stances. It's okay. Like I can't do Dangun in my space here. I have to adjust, but I have got enough room to do 2 steps. And that's kind of what we need. When you were doing Dangun there, you went 1 and then slipped and punched with the wrong hand rather than stepping forward and punching. So we need to make sure that you got that stepping right. Okay, cool. And everybody, come on. Grab a drink of water. If you've got any questions, unmute and ask. Okay, no questions? Step sparring alone. Practice your step sparring. If you've got a partner that you can happen to work with, great. You can do your step sparring with your partner. Some of you have, but most of you will be doing this alone. So your 2-step for green belts, 3 steps for yellow belts, 1 step for blue belts. Away you go. Work through. I need to see power. If you're doing it by yourself, I need to see your stances and your focus. Let's go. Mr. Marias, I need you to do your 2-step and Diogo to do his 3-step. So Diogo would be doing 3-step yellow stripe, green stripe syllabus by himself. You'll do your 2-step by yourself.
So just a question, do you always key up on the counter or?
Yes. Yep.
So it's always counter? Okay.
Yes.
With the kick, so it's when you come back to the guarding block, is that right?
Don't key up when you return to your guarding block after the counter. Key up on the counter and then do the guarding block with the breath. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. You want to have that extra power from the key up in the technique.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Should because a lot of my techniques are flying, should I just do one as well as I can, then rest like my knee for a little bit, or?
What I want you to do is actually do them all on the ground. So do the same techniques as you do for your 1-step, but do them without flying.
So.
Come on, Nate and Jess, get working. Alison Rose, I need you to be going straight through it. You should know it. There's no need to discuss. Just get on with it. That's it. A bit of a space restriction for number 3. Okay.
So would you be able to go over 1-step sparring? I seem to have forgotten it.
Yeah, sure. 1-step, is it the procedure or the techniques that you're unsure about?
The techniques.
Okay. What I will do for you is I will bring up and share my, I'll bring up I won't be able to share my screen because I have to keep watching everyone else. Oh, one moment, caller. Just so I don't book your crook, I will open the book up and have a look. Okay, blue belts. Okay, so you know it's left and right side, well, right side first, then left side second. Your first one, the attack is walking stance punch. That punch is aimed at your solar plexus, not aimed at shoulder height, okay? So it's a little bit lower than it normally would be. And the defense is you step back into rear foot stance and do your palm upward block. So movement 3 of Jungun. And then counter attack with a flying turning kick. So I recommend you just take a little step sideways, then jump off 2 feet, boom, with your flying turning kick. Okay, so punch with walking stance punch, palm upward block, flying turning kick. That's number 1. Number 2, the attack is a walking stance flat fingertip thrust. The defense, just shift back in your guarding block and then do a flying front snap kick. Number 3, the attack is a side turning kick. You dodge to do a strong forearm guarding block and then counter attack with a flying side piercing kick with your front foot. Is that cool? Do you need me to repeat those or have you got them?
Could you repeat the second one?
The second one, the attack is a flat fingertip thrust. Shift back a little bit into your guarding block and do flying front snap kick.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, keep going, guys.
Sir, question.
Yes, question.
For the green stripe 3-step sparring.
Yes.
Number 3. Sorry, number 3. It's an L stance, outer forearm, inward block. How does that look again? Okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Max.
Sir.
Yes.
I forgot. Does it end at 7:30 or 7? Because my mum wants to know if we should reheat because I've dinner, so she wants to know if I should reheat it now or later.
It's due to finish at 7.
Oh, so
We're a couple of minutes late.
oh, okay, no worries.
So one more question.
Yes,
Elston's inner forearm block. How does that look?
Chonji, movement 9.
Okay, thank you.
And come on. Okay. Grab a mouthful of water. So today I've looked at patterns and I've looked at your step sparring. On Thursday, I'll need to see your free sparring drills and your self-defense. So be ready for those. And I'll be trusting that you are all over your theory. Okay, you'll need to be all over that for grading. Quick stretch before we finish off. Okay, from here, stand up nice and tall. Stretch up and hang your body down. And standing up, left leg behind. It'll help if on Thursday you can come already warmed up. So we'll do a very quick warm up on Thursday and get through. This is a lot to get through. As I say for grading, I'll separate you into chunks by grade so I can have you all on camera the whole time, and we'll run through everything. So green belts, be prepared for 3-step as well as 2-step. Blue belts, be prepared for 3-step, 2-step, and 1-step. Okay, I want to make sure that you know everything in the syllabus up to your level. And change. Remember, I need to see you strong with good stances. Homework for everybody is make sure you have your camera in the best possible location. So Nate and Jess, for example, I can only see you from the tummy button up, right? So I need to make sure I can see all of your body to look at how you're going and give you feedback, okay? Those of you who've got a yard outside, if you're in a small space inside, you might want to look and see whether you can get set up outside for Thursday. And to the left and tidy up. Thank you, guys. Good work tonight. It was a bit unusual trying to leaving you for quite a while I just had people in small groups. So Thursday will be a little bit more like this, where I'll just get the gallery up and just say, okay, go do step sparring, go do self-defense, go do your sparring drills. There's a lot of the drills we've been working on. For some of it, I'll get you to do it into space. For other stuff, as we have, I'll get you to pull the chair out and show me how you link those things together with a target, moving around the target. If you've got something else other than a chair, that's fine. I don't really mind what you use, but I want to see how you're moving around that stuff. Okay, thanks, guys. To that. If you've got any questions, feel free to hang back after class. Kill me. Take what? Huzzah.